играешь на мриданго? Я слышал, дай мне пару.
Все знаешь играть.
Jaya Kunja Bihari
Jaya
Radha Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandan Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandan Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Hey Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Yashodanandana Shri Gurum Vaishnava Sri Rupam Sagrajata Saham Raghunathanutam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhannitam Bande Guru Padadandam Bhakta Vrinda Samanitam Sri Chaitanya Prabhu Bande Nityananda Sahodita Sri Nanda Nandanang Bande Radhika Charanadvayam Gopi Jana Samayukutam Vrindavana Manoharam Gaurangaika Gati Prajasritamati Sri Gauradhama Sthiti Satchastraika Vriti Kusanga Virati Dustha Vyatha Niskriti Sri Rupaika Rati Sanatananati Sri Jivati Jastati Sri Siddhanta Sarasvati Vijayati Gauriya Goshtipati Sri Siddhanta Sarasvati Vijayati Gauriya Goshtipati Namo Yom Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutali Srimati Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Tinani Srivarshabhanavi Devi Daitaya Kripa Vidhai Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daini Prabhavi Nama Madhuryo Jala Premadha Sri Rupanuga Bhaktidam Madhuryo Jala Premadha Sri Rupanuga Bhaktidam Sri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namastuti Sri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namastuti Namaste Gauravani Sri Murtai Dinatarini Rupanuga Viruddha Apasiddhanta Dhantaharini Jai Namo Gaura Kisharai Sakshad Vairagya Murtai Vipralambha Rasambodhi Padam Bhujayati Namo Bhaktivinodaya Sachidanandanamini Gaura Shakti Sharupaya Rupanugavarayati Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhaivacha Patitanam Pavani Vaishnavi Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. All of you say please. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Offering my most respectful prostrated obeisance unto the lotus feet of their divine graces, Om Vishnupad, Paramahansa Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhara Maharaj, and thereafter Om Vishnupad, Paramahansa Srila Bhakti Pramoda Puri Goswami Maharaj. Is none different from them, Om Vishnupad, Paramahansa Srila Bhakti Dvaita Madhava Goswami Maharaj, Om Vishnupad, Paramahansa Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada Ji Maharaj, Om Vishnupad, Srila Bhakti Vaibhav, Paramahansa Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Goswami Maharaj, Om Vishnupad, Paramahansa Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj. I offer my most respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of His Divine Grace, Paramahansa Kula Churamani Srila Acharya Bhaskar Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada, and humbly pray for all their divine graces, divine mercy be bestowed upon me and all of us. Offering my most respectful obeisances to His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Vallabha Tirtha Goswami Maharaj, all the great Vaishnavas, all our Guru Varga, Vaishnava Vrinda, humbly pray for all their divine blessings, grace be bestowed on all of us. If we can receive the benevolent grace, blessings, grace from the Vaishnavas, great devotees of the Lord, then our spiritual advancement is ensured. Our advancement in the devotional life is assured. Today is, you all know, one of the most auspicious days, Tithis, as in which a most exalted devotee of their lordships, Mahaprabhu Radha Govinda Deva, Radha Krishna Chandra, made his appearance on this earth for tasting his own Leela, doing his own Leela, and also to grace us, to bless, grace our lives with pure Krishna consciousness, Radha Krishna consciousness. Who is that pure devotee, exalted devotee? Srila Sat, automatically coming, I should not check it. Srila Satchidananda Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Goswami Prabhupada. As I was going to tell his name, Satchidananda coming on my tongue automatically. Why should I be formal of not saying that, thinking it is only reserved for Thakur Bhaktivinoda. His qualities also received by Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. Sometimes it happens in our life, automatically some wonderful things coming. And we should invite, embrace it. So today is the most auspicious appearance day of Srila Satchidananda Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada. While we engage in glorifying and worshipping such auspicious days connecting to the pure devotees of the Lord, such as appearance, disappearance, and other ways, then we actually better worship the Supreme Lord. Supreme Lord, in other words, why? We can engage in worshipping Supreme Lord in a better way. Why? Because He becomes more pleased. The main purpose of worshipping the Supreme Lord is to please Him. That's the main purpose, main aim. The more we are able to please Supreme Lord with our service activity, worships, in other words, worshipping activity, the more we know that our worshipping becoming successful. The success of our worshipping the Supreme Lord is defined by how much we can please Him, how much we can please her, divine God, the divine Goddess. How much pleasure we can bring to their hearts through our worships. There is no real difference by essence between glory, chanting the glories, or singing the glories, or worshipping, or engaging in devotional, ecstatic devotional services. Worships means engaging in devotional services, loving devotional services. And that's the way I mean worship, not in just only formal ways. So, in ultimate sense, by essence, they are all similar, non-different from each other. Devotional worship, devotional services, singing, chanting the glories, different kinds of worships, different types of services. So we are also engaged in worshipping Srila Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada today, the form of speaking His glories, chanting, singing His glories. So back to the point. As we engage in singing, singing the glories of a pure devotee of the Supreme Lord, with pure devotion, we can receive so much benefits, so much benedictions through that. Because that pleases Supreme Lord a great deal. And when the Supreme Lord becomes pleased, Lord is pleased means our fortune is blossoming. More and more fortune going to come, begin coming. Maybe fortune can be realized in an objective, tangible, objective way sometimes, but mostly it may not be realized directly in an objective way, but still it comes spiritually. It starts happening in a spiritual way, an invisible, subtle, spiritual way. Have to have faith. Devoted faith is a great friend to our life. So all of you who have been assembled here in today's Harikatha, Krishna Katha, Bhagavata Katha. Bhagavata means Katha about the pure devotees. Bhagavata, Vaishnava. All know that all of you will receive, definitely receive some subtle benefits. Never to go in vain. Have that faith. Have that realistic faith. Many things beneficial, greatly beneficial can come to our life while we don't understand its value. We take just in a casual way, in some nice, normal, casual way. It's another one. But some great benefits can come to invisible way, invisible, subtle ways in our life. All the time. So many things are occurring in our life, happening in our life, completely unknown by us. Very subtle, spiritual way. Bad and good, both happening. We don't, then and there we don't understand. But still happening, and we also get some results both ways. It doesn't depend on our understanding whether we directly experience or not. It doesn't depend on that. It's happening. So when we know something good, very great good will come from engaging in chanting, speaking the glories, speaking, singing, hearing the glories of the great devotees of the Lord. Then we must have some benefits. Lord Krishna says, don't doubt. If you be too doubtful, samsayatma vinashrati. When you become too doubtful about something which should not be doubted about, what you should relate to with the world of faith through devotional faith, opposite to doubting mentality. Okay. So, then you can I just lost it. So, Krishna says, something we should have a deep faith in, something which should be related to in a faithful way, with respect and faith, without doubt. Is great capital in your life. But if you doubt it, then you miss so much. Samsayatma vinashrati. So, Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol. So, sometimes it is more practical, more tangible to acquire tangible way to acquire spiritual merits, collect higher spiritual virtues, merits in our life, to engage in service to the pure devotees, glory, describing the glories of pure devotees, worshipping pure devotees. Because why? One of the main reasons, often we don't understand so much about Supreme God, don't directly understand about His limitless glories and qualities, nature. Okay, so the distant realization about God. But we can relate to a pure devotee, exalted devotee of the Lord in a close way, physical way, mental way, by directly engaging in His service. We can read into His life and precept, life history, activities, and can learn so much, can receive so much benefits from His guidance, direct guidance of a pure devotee. Whereas Supreme Lord is so distant many times, but pure devotees come so close to our life with mercy, with merciful guidance. Srila Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada is one such exalted pure devotee of the Lord. Incarnation of pure devotion. One of the pure devotional incarnations of the Supreme Lord, Supreme Mistress, Krishna Radhika. So back to the point. This is some important thing. So something which should be connected with faith, through the world of faith, should be related with, worshipped with, to the world of faith, should not be doubted. Then we become loser. If we doubt, we lose it. There are two ways of spiritual realizations, higher spiritual realizations. One is more tangible, another non-tangible. Non-tangible, more subjective or invisible, beyond experience, direct experience. But both are realities. Both are realities. For examples, when we look at the cloudless night sky, I repeat, when we look at the night sky without clouds, fine, big universe, we can catch a glimpse. Just get some idea about such a big, huge cosmos. And if we ask ourselves how much of that we can directly experience, how much of it we can directly experience, how much of its activity, what we see in the night sky. So many stars, innumerable stars, planets, cosmos, cosmic creation. How much of it we directly understand or experience? Very little. We can perceive to some extent. But so much remains beyond our perceptions, direct experience. So many things happening in that big universe, what we look at in the night sky. But very little knowledge we have got. Very little knowledge of all its activities we have actually. But we can understand this reality, that so many huge, innumerable huge activities going on in this big cosmos, universal creation, every moment, every fraction of second, whether or not I experience directly. But through faith we understand, realistic faith we understand, so much is happening, although we cannot directly experience. But we never doubt it. By our common sense, common intelligence, we never doubt in the ongoing huge, unlimited activities in this universal creation going on every moment. We believe in that because we know it is reality. In a similar way, so many things, subtle things can happen, not can happen. So many subtle things are happening also in the life of our spiritual cultivations. Okay, spiritual life, knowingly or unknowingly, whether it is directly known, experienced by us or not, still happening realities. Okay, many good actions, reactions taking place through our good spiritual engagement. These will come, such units of the Sukritis we are accumulating, such Jnata or Jnata Sukritis, higher spiritual virtues, divine virtues we are accumulating through such sadhu sangha, such assembly of engaging in glorification of a pure devotee, higher devotee of love, can come in great help at some point in our life. Must come for a great, great help we cannot imagine at some point of life while we need it. We should have such faith. Then we won't take this fact coming over here and hearing Harikatha, being in the Harikatha assembly, not so simple or casual way, something very valuable. Okay, we feel that importance and have that faith, and with that faith and respect, we gain something more merits. While we do casually, merit is less. While we continue the same with more faith and respect, more merits, more marks come, more merits come. Spiritual, it is all measured spiritually by the bhava of the antara. It is very important. Bhava of the antara should be attuned. The reason I am speaking, sometimes we become casual mode. It's another function, another Harikatha. Let's go. Sit down and listen for a while. Okay, nice. But we all come, devotees come here with that faith, no doubt, that goodness, good spirit. A beautiful spirit. Okay, from time to time we should take some sadhu sangha, listen to some Bhagavata Katha, Harikatha. It is beneficial in life. So that faith is there. Let it be more developed. Should be more intensified. Regardless of how much we experience or not. Having faith for faith's sake. Difficult to continue this kind of spiritual life without much tangible experience, without much direct tangible experience. Everyone is after the tangible experience. We are running after something. It's not hardly tangible. Okay. Reality of ideal type, not the reality of realistic type all the time in life, but realities of idealism, of the idealistic world, which reveals through ideals. Ideals and real. Real and ideal, ideal and real. Krishna He, Krishna He. Jatkale Purusha, I just made some groundwork. Srila Prabhupada, Saraswati Thakur. Will be appreciating. We really hope, with prayerful, with full of prayers, full of sincere prayers to His divine grace, we hope. He will be very pleased. He will be very pleased with us, all His children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. Okay, in the spiritual assembly, in the capital of Slovenia, away from India, but something is happening here also to draw his attention, or Guru Varga's attention. Something very nice, special also happening in the soil of Slovenia, Ljubljana, today, not only in India, other parts. We petition, please be attentive. Pay some attention to this, O my Lord, all of your divine graces. Our great Guru, Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, Guru Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, Sachidananda Bhaktisidhanta Thakur, Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, all our Guru Varga, all their Lordship, Supreme Lordship. Please pay attention to this, your loving, merciful attention. Please don't skip it. Please, we deserve it. Please pay your loving attention to all of us. That we are also engaged in doing something for all of you, maybe small, simple way, but trying to offer something, offer some worships to you all, through describing, chanting, singing the glories of a pure devoted lover of you, O Lord. And their merciful attention will be drawn. It's our faith. It's our faith. Lord must be merciful. Some merciful attention will be drawn. Okay, this prayer will reach Supreme Lord. Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol. Supreme Lord's conception of existence of Supreme Lord can be defined both ways. Like, with feelings of distance, like He is so huge, so big, so infinite, so we are very little, maybe far from us, that way. Another way, opposite to that, can be so huge but so kind. He or she is so compassionate. So all is so out of compassion, out of His great kindness and compassion, also near, living nearby us, present within us, very near. Because of his, her magnanimity, great compassionate nature, also very near, not distant. I give you some practical example to understand this, to get some idea about this reality. You know, suppose from here you're just writing an email. Okay, so you typed a letter and sending to India. So in some place in mind, the concept is Okay, so I'm sending this letter so far away, thousands of miles away. India is very far. So that also, it may work, it can work in our mind in that way. Concept can work. Okay, so I sent this letter to some Indian devotee who is living in India now. So my letter went thousands of miles away. But if you think of it just other way around, electromagnetic energy is present everywhere. It is electricity. It is present everywhere, all over the world, all over the, even beyond this earth. Okay? To the universe, to a great extent. Maybe on the other parts of the universe, it is same energy is active in a slightly different manner, but basically, by essence, this sort of energy, like electromagnetic energy, is present everywhere, like electricity. So, if the same person who is living in India with his own computer just sits beside me, with his email open, checking email. So I can see that I sent email and he just received it here. So email didn't have to travel thousands of miles away. That's not the concept. It is just there, very close. If you have the mechanism, or suppose if you have the password of that same person to open, if you have the password to open the email of the same person whom you sent in India, thousands of miles away, okay? Now you can open on your computer just so near to you. Same email, just so close. How is possible? So far, but so near. It is there, right there. So email didn't have to all the time travel thousands of miles away. The technology is working in such a way that it just became qualified, electromagnetically qualified. That email got transformed into electromagnetically. So it stays in that. It is here, it is thousands of miles, it is everywhere. Anybody has the password of that email can receive from any part of the world. It is everywhere. Because it is controlled by password, by certain person in a secured way. That's why only one person receiving. One is sender, one is receiving. One is sender, one is recipient. But suppose the passwords are available to one and all, everybody can send and can receive it. It is everywhere. Similar way, Supreme God's energy, presence, our spiritual presence, okay, the nature of our spiritual activity can be like this, can connect to Supreme Lord very close way. He is everywhere. That's why great yogis do, even devotees also did too, like Sukadeva Goswami, Vyasudeva, Navayogendra, they also related to Krishna through Paramatma, through meditation. Through the depth of devotional samadhi. No Mayavadi samadhi, but pure devotional samadhi. They receive so much close connection with Lord Krishna in the form of Paramatma. Also they receive so much relationship in the form of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Swayam Bhagavan Krishna. Okay. So, they receive the realization of that God, the nature of God realization was such, they received it so close or so intimate to heart, also so panoramic way. All pervaded way, both ways. When you say all pervading way, it doesn't mean so distant. It was all pervading. It's pervading nearby me, also distant. Distant space, distance and nearness, both are pervaded by Lord's existence. All pervading means discovery, something, space-time situation nearby me also, so distant from me. Today is the most auspicious appearance day of one Mahapurush, a great exalted pure devotee of Lord Srila Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada. Many realize about whom that prediction, Daivavani was made, that prediction, forecast was made in Upanishad through that verse, Jhatkale Purushottamat. Actually, about him, directly about him. In this Kali Yuga, after Lord Chaitanya, there will be certain time, something most wonderful will happen from the Jagannatha Kshetra, Purushottama Kshetra. And that was forecasted, predicted by Holy Scripture in that small verse, but impregnated, so much meanings, filled with meaning. That something from He Utkali Purushottamat, something from Purushottama, something great from Purushottama Dham, situated in Utkala, Odisha, will happen. I repeat, something most wonderful, most benedicting, greatly benedicting will actually happen, manifest from the Purushottama Dham situated in Utkala. He means it must happen, something must happen, greatly beneficial for one and all from Purushottama Kshetra. And many realize it was such prediction was also directly meaning the appearance of Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada as the son, divine son of Thakur Bhaktivinoda in the Purushottama Kshetra. After 6 Goswamis and all our great acharyas, we received another big, pure acharya in our sampradaya in the form of Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada after Bhaktivinoda Thakura. Today, the result, one of the great fruits of his propagation of Krishna consciousness all over the world, we find today in the form of you all. If he was not there, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, our Guru Varga, would not have come, would not be there to come out in the European Western countries to present beautiful Krishna consciousness. And then today you will not be here. You will not be so connected in this way, this family. Not this way manifest. So all are interrelated. So the benevolent propagation of the mission of Lord Chaitanya, what he started, active way, instead of only staying as Bhajananandi within India, living a spiritual life mostly reserved within the cave of the mountain or forest areas, or just within certain portion of Indian temples, which was only meant for personal benefits. He magnanimously started spreading it, wanted to share this great wealth of Krishna consciousness treasure of Krishna consciousness with other souls, jiva souls all over the world. As a result, he founded so many missions, began to send out his disciples, dedicated disciples, different places, different parts of the world, and that's how other good souls, good jiva souls like you all also could share, could come in touch, connection with this beautiful, wonderful Krishna consciousness. While we consciously delve into the world of nectarine Krishna consciousness and start living in that, then we feel in touch. Something very beautiful we can feel and taste and relish. As soon as we are away from that and become casual like other material people, we think nothing is there. I am not getting anything. But as you consciously connect again to that world and taste, then it starts happening again. At least mentally you can feel something very nice, beautiful, happy. Part of that. Again we forget, this is Maya, forgetfulness. Again we forget, become totally devoured, totally occupied by just the mundane way of the life. And we feel, oh, there is almost nothing. Our belief system. Sometimes we feel maybe belief system. We hear big things, big talks, big things, nothing happening in our life. Nothing happening in our life. When it will happen? Look into the nature of prayers. That's also, in the prayer of the higher devotees who had so much, they also say, when the day will be mine. Kabe habe bolo sedino amar. When the day be mine, when it will really happen. We are making the complaints, we are filing the complaints to the Supreme Divine. Nothing is really nothing is happening in our life. We are not really getting something, so filing complaint. And those who got so much, they also seem to be filing the complaint in a similar way. Getting nothing. Oh Lord, not getting, please have mercy on us. Please don't forget us. Please have your magnanimous mercy on us. Include us. They also having the same prayer, Kabe habe bolo sedino amar. When that day will be mine. For them also, similar prayer. Something to note. Something to note and mark in a wonderful, mystical, wonderful way. They have got so much, but still they are having the same similar prayer. We are destitute out of so much humility. They are also engaged in the praying very similar way. We are so destitute. Did not have anything. Lord, be merciful on us. Only when will become, when will you be merciful? When will you be merciful to us, to bless us, to look at us? And bless us with your grace, with your beauty and quality, and some power of mercy. It is like that. Sometimes our nature of spiritual experience like that. When you fall asleep, then the state of wakeful activity is gone. As if, even if there is a state of awakenment, so much activity is going on in the world, still going on, but still it becomes irrelevant to me because I fell asleep. Because I fell asleep doesn't mean the activity stopped. All activities around in the whole universe is going on. But I got detached. Get detached for a while. That's why, in spite of the fact so much activity is going on, I can't directly feel it. Similar way, like in the life of our spiritual cultivations. While we consciously engage in some spiritual activities, just as we are doing now, consciously engaged, focused and thinking and trying to feel about, okay, then something is there for us. As soon as we forget, like fall asleep, like nothing is there. Like nothing is there. But as soon as you wake up again, many things are there. Isn't it? When you consciously wake up on that spiritual plane, so much activity, so much taste, some wonderful things, according to our level of understanding, all there. We can understand something beautiful, wonderful, something very nice. Great Tattva, Radha Krishna Leela, Leela of their Supreme Lordships, Mahaprabhu, Gaura Nityananda's love and mercy, that our life can be on the plane of Goloka, the divine plane which starts with beauty, ending in beauty, beginning with beauty, taste and wonderful blissfulness and ending in that we have the prospect, invaluable, priceless prospect in life to engage in the eternal ecstatic love services to the divine couple being so close. As we even think of all these prospects, feel wonderful. Our heart is uplifted. Simply feel some upliftment of our heart just with the thoughts, with that imagination of such a beautiful life divine. Isn't it? None of you can say no, okay? It's reality. Even if you think of it serious way, then even your imagination makes you feel so happy. It's such a divine life we can attain. But as soon as we forget, next moment we forget, like we fell asleep, all are gone, as if nothing is there. But again, as we wake up and relate to the same spiritual plane, everything is there. At least in the form of very nice, wonderful imagination and feelings. The primary imagination, the primary wonderful feelings and imaginations, in other words, I repeat, even the imagination, beautiful, wonderful imaginations, and more than that feelings with faith, more than that somewhat experience, glimpse of experience of that higher spiritual world, life divine, also so wonderful, very wonderful, gives us so much hope, brings so much nectarian hope and uplifts our heart so much, makes us feel connected, even though for a while, to some extent, but still is wonderful. Makes us feel so positive, so hopeful, happy. Heart filled with some great divine potential of our life divine. Okay. But as soon as we fall asleep, go away from that plane, we get disconnected and become occupied just in casual, mundane lifestyle, mundane ways, just we forget. Then we feel nothing is there. We have to forcibly remind us there is something, our life divine. Sometimes we have to apply some healthy force to make us wake again, to be wakeful again. to connect. So, happening between Mahamaya and Yogamaya planes. Our activities happening, connecting the plane of Mahamaya, forgetfulness, connecting to the plane of Yogamaya, wakefulness, spiritual wakefulness. So, the nature of glories of Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, so huge, so huge. His contribution in our spiritual life, life divine, is endless. As we find, look into the 26 qualities of the Vaishnavas, pure Vaishnava. We find all those 26 qualities are greatly present in the life of Srila Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada. I am not going into the detailed explanations for all of them. Jodi gaur na hoito kemono hoito kemone dhoritam yadi. If Lord Chaitanya would not make his appearance, in other words, if Lord Chaitanya would not mercifully appear, what would have happened to us? How could we receive the nectarine treasure, priceless treasure of world of Radha Krishna Prema? Who would be giving us, who would be blessing us with that nectarine treasure of Radha Krishna Prema? So in a similar way, you can also say, if Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada would not have appeared, how all of us, from the different parts of the world, all of these good souls could have such type of get-together. Who would bring us together? Whose mercy would bring us together in Krishna consciousness? Okay, how could we enter into the world of Krishna consciousness? Okay, if he would not have appeared, because Srila Bhaktisidhanta Maharaj, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ji Maharaj, Bhakti Pradiptita Goswami, Srila Bhakti Saranga Goswami, it was him who sang. So we remain greatly indebted to Thakur Srila Bhaktivinoda Sarasvati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada, that they sent their disciples, they sent grand disciples, all over. Therefore today we all the Jiva souls could come in contact with this beautiful world of Krishna consciousness, beautiful, wonderful world of divine world of Krishna consciousness through them. Srila Bhaktivedanta, like I mentioned, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada was not going to come all over the world if he was not being inspired by his Gurudev. So, it was Saraswati Thakur's mercy extended, expanded through these Guru Varga. And that today we find the result is connecting all of us together in Krishna consciousness, different forms, from different places. Our Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakshak, Sridhara Deva Goswami Pada wrote a beautiful verse, composed a beautiful verse, very meaningful, wonderfully meaningful verse, in glorification of Thakur Bhaktivinoda. You have heard several times, Gurudang Granthadang Gaura Dhamadang Namadang Muda Bhaktidang Bhuridang Bandi Bhakti Vinodakam Sada. The meaning of this verse in brief, about to describe the glories of Thakur Bhaktivinoda, glories and qualities of Thakur Bhaktivinoda, is that Gurudang, he gave us Gurudev. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, verse starting, with such way of glorification, narration of glory. The Thakur Bhaktivinoda is a great giver. He gave us invaluable wealth in charity because of his mercy, because of his graciousness, compassion. How he became a great giver? He gave us Guru. Guru Maharaj is composing. First of all, he gave us our wonderful, divine spiritual master in the form of Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. Guru Dam, giver of our Gurudev, in the form of Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. Gurudam, Granthadam, he gave us, he mercifully, he blessed us with so many beautiful spiritual, pure devotional literatures, Thakur Bhaktivinoda. So, he mercifully blessed us, gave us so many pure devotional literatures, Granthadam. Gauradhamadam, he gave us Gauradham, meaning it was Thakur Bhaktivinoda who actually beheld that divine beam of the light from the spiritual sky, fell on the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya Dev, of Gaurahari, where we see Yogapith, we find Yogapith established. So it was Thakur Srila Bhaktivinoda who rediscovered Mahaprabhu's divine birthplace there in the form of Mayapur Yogapith. And then of course thereafter he took the help of some geographical measurement and calculations, different ways. So he defined, it was he who actually defined Mahaprabhu's birth site there in Mayapur as Yogapith, and where Sri Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, thereafter Sri Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj also came, he was brought to have darshan, and he had very ecstatic dance over there. More than 100 years of age. He used to be carried on a basket on the top of the head of his servitor, personal servant. He was so old, carried on the basket, and by his direction, as his servitor, as his disciple servitor took him down, placed him on the ground of the Yogapith, he miraculous, wonderful way, he stood up and started ecstatically dancing, who appeared to be very old, can hardly walk. He started ecstatically dancing. Then Thakur Bhaktivinoda was doubly sure, by both divine manifestation, divine signs, this is the birthplace, holy, most holy birth site of Gaurahari. So in that way, he, by discovering the birthplace, holy birth site of Gaurahari, and discovering the Navadip Dhama Mahatma, what he wrote in the form of books, Navadip Dhama Mahima, he actually gave us Dhama also, giving us the conception about Dhama Sarupa, meaning he gave us Dhama consciousness, gave us the consciousness of Dhama, blessed us with beautiful Gaura Dhama. Gurudam, Granthadam, Gaura Dhamadam. So he gave us Gaura Dhama, means he manifested to us Gaura Dhama. Gaura Dhamadam, giving means in the form of manifesting to us, presenting to us. Gaura Dhamadam, then Gaura Namadam. Namadam Muda means not only Gaura name, Namadam Muda is also great giver of the holy names of Lord Gauranga and Radha Krishna. So Gurudam, Granthadam, Gaura Dhamadam, now Namadam Muda, great giver of the holy names, and also not only holy names, manifesting the Mahima, glories of the holy names, but also great giver of the world of the qualities, taste of the holy names through his form of writings, beautiful songs, chanting the glories, narrating the glories of holy names. And by his way of spreading the holy names, because he actually started in India widely preaching the Mahaprabhu's glory, Radha Krishna's glory, before Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada did. He started doing it in the intelligentsia, establishing the glories of Bhagavata, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavati Katha, Krishna consciousness. So, and then thereafter through, in the form of writing many beautiful songs, devotional songs, dedicated to holy names, he gave us. Guru Maharaj felt he also gave us holy names through wonderful glorifications, through his wonderful glorifications. We find many of the devotional songs of Thakur, composed by Thakur Bhaktivinoda, dedicated to holy names, describe the glory of holy names. Namo Kirtana, Namo Rupa Guna Lila Kirtana, Namo Kirtana also, one section. Gaura Dhamadang, Namadang Muda, and also he wrote books like Harinamo Chintamani. Everywhere he's elated, narrated the glories of holy names of Lord throughout his writings, books, in Jaiva Dharma, through Jaiva Dharma, through Harinama, how we call Harinama Chintamani, through Bhajana Rahasya. So, Gaura Dhamadam Namadam Muda, Bhaktidang, great giver of devotion, Bhaktidang. Ultimately, he blessed us with the pure devotion to the Lord. He opened to us, he opened before us the nectarian treasure of Krishna Bhakti, pure Krishna Bhakti, nectarian matchless treasure, most matchlessly beautiful, divine treasure of the ecstatic loving devotion, ecstatic loving service to Radha Krishna Mahaprabhu. Gaura Nityananda Gadadhara Panchatattva Gauravi. So, that way he gave us bhakti. Also great. He blessed us with pure Krishna Bhakti, world of Krishna Bhakti. Blessed us with the nectarine treasure of the ecstatic devotional service, loving service to Krishna Radhika Mahaprabhu. Therefore, he became Thakur Bhaktivinoda. Bhaktidam, therefore, he is glorified, he has to be. Therefore, his glories are described in such a way, he is Bhurida. I repeat, his glories become described in this way as Bhurida, means great giver, profuse, a benevolent giver, most magnanimous giver of world of the nectarian treasure of Krishna consciousness, ecstatic love of Krishna, Krishna Bhakti. Bhaktidam, therefore, is Bhurida. Bhuridam Bandi. Si Bhakti Vinodakam Sada. Bhaktidam, Bhuridang Bande Bhaktivinoda Thakura. I always worship. All my loving devotion, all my devotional love, I chant, sing the glory, unending glories of such exalted devotee of the Lord, as who is known as Thakur Bhaktivinoda, Bhaktivinodanam, Bhaktivinoda, great giver of bhakti, great entertainer, propagator, giver of the bhakti, Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Now, I described this verse in glorification of Thakur Bhaktivinoda through me in a very similar way. Everything described in this verse in glorification of Thakur Bhaktivinoda means similar way, almost similar way in case of Thakur Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Goswami Prabhupada. Suppose if Guru Maharaj would have said, this is also a verse describing the glory of my Gurudev Srila Prabhupada. It would be this case. Because most of the activities of Thakur Bhaktivinoda also found in his self-effulgent successor, self-evident successor in Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada's life. All those. He also gave us Guru. If we relate from our stand, if you relate from your stand, from my stand, he also gave us our Guru, isn't it? Guru Tattva manifests in different forms. So he also gave you your Guru in the form of Parama Guru, Srila Bhaktivedanta Madhava Goswami Maharaj, then as his spiritual son, from Srila Bhakti Vallabh Tirtha Goswami Maharaj. Same Guru Tattva manifesting in different generations, different forms, but basically same connection, same Guru Tattva, no different. Manifesting in non-distinction and distinctions, both ways. In distinctive way and non-distinctive ways, both. Also, I also received my Gurudev. Because of him, Gurudam to me. Srila Saraswati Thakur is also great Gurudam to me, giver of my Gurudev. Srila Bhakti Rakshak Dev Goswami Maharaj. Because of him, I also received my Gurudev. Everybody, all of you have received all your respective gurus from him. So he's great giver of all, great giver of all our gurus. Gurudam, Granthadam, what to speak more? He also wrote so many pure devotional literatures in his life. Maybe a bit less in number compared to Thakur Bhaktivinoda's writing, but they're all great, wonderful. Gurudam, Granthadam. He also glorified Dhamo Leela, Parikar Vaishishta so much. Another way, he is also giver of Dhamo consciousness, Sarupa of the Dhamo to us. Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada. Gaura Dhamadam, Namadam, Muda Bhaktidam, Bhuridam Bande. Saraswati Prabhupadam Sada. We can also apply the meanings of the same verse composed in praise or glorification of Thakur Bhaktivinoda. Description of glories of Thakur Bhaktivinoda. Similar way to Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. I'm not going into details again. Today is this most auspicious appearance day of our Param Guru Pada Padma. Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada, we humbly pray for His divine grace and mercy, His divine mercy to be bestowed upon me, upon all of us. All of us. Sometimes, often we have more loving claim. That is our relationship with Him. We have more loving claim with our grandfather, great grandfather. So we can have that advantage. We have that advantage in our life to pray for His divine grace and mercy as His grandchildren, great grandchildren. He cannot ignore. Prabhu, O Lord, O our divine Master, you cannot ignore our prayer. Gaur Hari Bol. It's our merciful claim. No, sorry, not mercy, but it is our loving claim for your mercy. It is our loving, our devoted claim from our side for your mercy. This claim should be, should mercifully fulfill this claim. Take care of us. Your blessings, your grace, your mercy, be taking care of us. Prabhu, in any way we deserve, or whether or not we deserve it, but please be mercifully taking care of us. Forgive us for not being so qualified. Forgive us for not being so qualified to serve you, to follow in your footsteps in a proper way all the time. Hare Krishna. Gaur Hari Bol. Any specific query, related or unrelated way? Or we can sing. Very nice, Prabhu. We can sing the devotional songs. Yes. Okay, let us chant. Sing.
Sujanar Buddha Radhika Pada Jivam.
Krishna Radhi Krishna Mahaprabhu Gaura Nityananda Gadadhara Panchatattva Gaura Hari Dayal.
Можеш сам навіть взяти. Ти поглянь. Не видиш?
Dayal Gaura Hari Gaura Nityananda Srila Gadadhara Dayal Prabhupada Dayal Prabhupada
подставку.
Снимай-го. Дай там не си влезина, заметни да не влада.
Srujana Buddha Bhuvan
Shri Shri Guru Gaurango Gandharvika Giri Hari Jukri. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gaurango. Hello, hello.
Guru Gauranga Radha Madan Mohan Jiu Radha Govinda Dev Radha Gopinath Jiu ki Guru Gauranga Shri Radha Nayananath Jiu ki Jai Shri Guru Pad Padmitri Pravishto Vishnu Pad Paramhamsa Paribrajaka Acharya Pujya Sadasi Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai Jai Shri Guru Nittalila Pravishto Vishnu Pad Paramhamsa Paribrajaka Acharya Pujya Sadasi Bhakti Daita Madhav Goswami Maharaj ki Nittalila Pravishto Vishnu Pad Paramhamsa Paribrajaka Acharya Pujya Sadasi Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj ki Jai Jagat Jai Nittalila Pravishto Vishnu Pad Paramhamsa Paribrajaka Acharya Pujya Sadasi Abhay Charanari Bindu Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj ki Saparsa Jagat Guru Srila Paramhamsa Kula Churamani Anantasi Vibhusita Acharya Bhaskar Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada ki Tadiya Shubha Avirbhav Tithi Vara ki Tadiya Shubha Avirbhav Tithi Puja Maha Mahotsav ki Jai Nittalila Pravishto Vishnu Paramhamsa Guru Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj ki Nittalila Pravishto Vishnu Paramhamsa Srila Satchidananda Bhaktivinoda Thakura ki Nittalila Pravishto Vishnu Paramhamsa Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki Sri Sri Rupa Anuga Guru Varga ki Jai Sargoswami Prabhu ki Panchatattvatmak Sri Gaur Hari ki Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gop Gopi Go Govardhan Maharaj Shyama Kunda Sri Sri Radha Kunda ki Ganga Mai Jamuna Mai Saraswati Mai ki Tulasi Maharani Binde Maharani Bhakti Devi ki Navadvipatmak Navadvip Dham ki Puri Nilachala Dham ki Prabhu Jagannath Dev Subhadra Devi Baladev Ji Sudarshan Maharaj ki Dadas Banatmak Sri Vrindavana Dham ki Jai Saprika Shri Jagannath Mishra Sachi Mata ki Vajashinanda Baba Srimati Jashoda Maiya ki Shri Vishwabhanu Maharaj Srimati Kirtida Maiya ki Jai Bhavan Mangal Kare Hare Krishna Mahamantram ki Jai Nittalila Pravishta Paramhamsa Paribrajaka Acharya Pujya Sri Srimad Bhakti Vallabh Tirtha Goswami Maharaj ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Guru Varga ki Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki Nitai Gaur Premanande
Jai Pujya Srila Bhakti Nandan Maharaj ki Jai.